Hello, everybody, and this is MTB Rocket playing a quick game of Timberborn. Just a different way of playing it today. Just try to experiment with some ideas that I've had. So, just not a tutorial, just here to show some things. So, I don't really rush to add things, buildings to the play. I just try to go slow, try to build it up. I think the most important thing, though, once you get the water and the food, the third thing, of course, is trees, because you can't get anywhere without the trees. So you have to put an effort into that and not go and focus on any of the later stuff, such as gears, iron, explosives, dirt. Challenge yourself to just use levies. Don't use explosives or dirt or metal, but just try to make catchment basins made with levees and the gates and anything that has to do with just wood alone. And you'll see how far you can take it. This time I'm going to spread out the roads and I'll have a little path up to each of the buildings. This is to give room for stairs or auxiliary buildings, those kinds of things that are important later in the game. This map is good because the water source is nice and compact and it's right next to that cliff. So it's possible to build a spillway for the bad water and keep the beaver population safe. Here's the backside of the little living compound for the beavers. It's nothing special, but again, it's got that little gap there so I could add stairs or whatever later on. And now it's time to put in the lumber mill. F. I like that. That little button was really nice for them to do that. Mirror the buildings. Makes it so much easier. I decided to place my Forester right up there because it's brown now, but it will be green later, so it's a good place for it. Also, I'm going to get rid of these bushes here. I don't really need them, so I'll just up the priority of getting rid of them. That way I have a place for the trees. Won't need the berry gatherers either, so I'll just cut those out. Don't need them. Time to get ready for the drought. So I'll need some barriers to block the water. So I'm going with the gates. I'll need to get rid of this water barrel and put in some stairs so I can get down to where I plan to have the gates. And as you can see, I've been churning out science so that I can go and, uh-oh, here comes the drought. Replace the water barrel I took out. So I have 3 beavers racing to get the science. Those things are low priority, but they get up to high priority when it does something like this. And then I'm just sitting there waiting. I'll get it. Now I can place them. See how I left a gap so that they can get in there to build them? That'll be filled in later. So now I'm going through the science. Don't need it as much now, so dropping it down, need the builders. So I cranked up the builders, dropped down the science. You see the little beavers running around, so they're already getting to work on these nice floodgates. Looks like I can move that one gate because it's on a diagonal. It just bumps it up over there. That way I only have to build 3 instead of 4 to block that off. Oh, drought started. Lucky I got those gates built. Stupid stumps. I gotta get rid of that. Goodbye. Now that the gates are built and we have some water, just waiting out the drought, just waiting for the trees to grow. It's time for more science. Just sitting, chilling, not really building anything. Just letting the time pass. Slowly, slowly let the time pass. Let's get the levees unlocked. I'll fill in these spots just to make the water wheel a little bit more efficient. Time to start planning on how to get off of this rock. We need to get down into the valley. Here's that elevation change I was talking about, that the one side was taller than the other. And the beavers are hard at work putting in those two levees. So all I have to do is put in another bunch of levees all along the river, block it off so we have a two high water supply instead of one. That's a good place to put it because it's right at the top, right at the start. But I also have to start worrying about the bad tide. So I think I'll prepare for that. Hey, the drought ended. Awesome. Now we can go do something. Oh, wait, we're still out of wood. Hey, our first crop of trees. As you can see, I'm slowly replacing the birch with pine, but we needed that extra boost from the birch. Building a staircase down to the valley, get that wood that's down there, plus have some extra land, block off that water. It almost, but not quite, doubles the amount of area that I'll have to build with very little cost, so it makes sense. Let's put in a fire pit just to make them happier than what they are, because they're not really that happy now, but that's not my goal in the beginning. My goal is just to survive. Now that I have some logs available, I can add a wheel so that we can get some beaver power for making more planks even during the drought. Oh yeah, it's paying off. Get all of those little trees there. I know that's not a ton, but it's more than what we have. And besides, it's more for the land and for the ability to store more water. And you'll see what I mean later on. All right, time for a vanity project. I've noticed up here that there's a spot where the bad water intermixes with the good water, and so if I dam that off, I can stop the bad water from mixing. It doesn't actually do anything for my beaver town, but you know, every once in a while you have to splurge. So this will need some stairs and some levees. What's good about it is if you follow the bad water up, there's another spot for it to leave the map. So it doesn't need a complicated bit of engineering. It just needs some levees. So now I can fill up this valley here with oak trees as I intermix the trees up above and scan around to see what else I can do down here. Put a dam to block off the water down there. That's a good idea. Maybe put in another forester in there. We'll see. Back to the vanity project. Just put in some stairs. Just mucking around down here trying to figure out where the best place is to put the levees. Probably as close upriver as I can so that the less contamination the better. So I'll figure it out. But for now, this is good. I'm gonna add in a hauler shack. I think it's more important than getting the gear production going. I don't need the gears. I would prefer the direction of the hauling of the goods. Boy, I really hate getting rid of the stumps. It's such a pain to just go through and clean them out. This should be an easier way to do this, that's for sure. I'm gonna add a house right here, and I'm gonna put it one block away from the road. Down here, I'm building a dam. I will probably fill this whole little area between the two mountains with water. That way I have plenty of water stored up. and I can use that back area, that top area for farming. So I made a small reservoir area right now. This is not the final design, but it gets me through for a couple of seasons. So this is good enough for now. And it's just a ring. Not a lot. That's the thing about the levees. It's not a lot of wood. You get a lot back for it. Okay, now I'm gonna start on a spillway for the bad water. Uh, Again, just the power of the levee. I'm just gonna put a box around it. It will dump off the side when it's bad water and just go straight when it's clean fresh water. Not a big issue. Not a lot of wood. Don't need any metal or anything like that. No pumps or anything like that. Just some gates and some levees, and that's about it. This is the final design. Not much to it, and I'll prioritize the path as night sets. Make sure that the beavers can get where they need to go in order to build this thing. I also have my vanity project going on over here, so I'll put in the dam just to block off the bad water. Bad water spillway is making progress, and also the building of the levees along the edge of the river. Uh, Really, that could have waited, but I was a bit impatient because all of that wood should have gone to the bad water spillway. And then here's our little extra reservoir down in the valley. First parts of the spillway are complete, so it should go build faster now. No worries. The beavers are making great progress on the spillway. That's because it's the only thing that's high priority. Everything else is lower. It's funny how I still check the warehouses one at a time, even though I know there's a button that lets you see all the quantities all at once. Hey, would you look at that? Right on time. And my spillway is ready. Dum da dum da dum. Just minding my own. Oh no! I better go close the gate. Oh shoot! I forgot. Totally forgot. Oh, whew. Close the gate. But a little bit of contamination's all right. Whoa! Look at those crops. Um, it's all right. It'll be all right. No worries. Lots of bad water over here. Oh, hey, look, the drought's over. Let's go check it out. Yeah, okay. So I'll just close that and whoosh. Hey, look at the crops. Hey. Yeah, it was a very short drought. Look at that. Just goes away downstream. So dilute, doesn't do anything. So that was the first bad water and successfully survived it without any harm to the beavers. Nice. But let's go put another forester down here while we're down here. Somewhere around here. Somewhere. 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 Okay. Just planning it out. Somewhere. Somewhere. Here. 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 Somewhere. Uh. Hmm. Trying to get the most trees. Oh, maybe over here. There we go. Yay. That looks like a good spot. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm Empty Rocket. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you on my next video, whenever that will be. Have a good day. Bye.